Welcome to the Microsoft Office Excel 2016 for Beginners, presented by Dawn Parker, June 16, 2018. If you have a different version, have no worries. Your version at home will be compatible with what you're learning today. I'm a Library and Information Science student at the University of South Florida. I have experience with software programs such as Word, Access, PowerPoint, project management, several library and HR-related software programs for 20 plus years now. Please raise your hand if you've ever used any Microsoft programs like Word, Access, PowerPoint, Excel. What can we use Excel worksheet for? The secret of getting ahead is getting started. Mark Twain. Please turn off or turn down all electronic devices at this time. In case of emergency, call 911. Contact your instructor and/or family members depending on the emergency. Emergency exit locations are on each side of the building. If we need to evacuate the building, meet up directly across the street at the end of the parking lot. Health and comfort. The class length is 20 to 30 minutes. There are restrooms down the hall on the left-hand side. If you need to use the break room for your items to be stored in the refrigerator, it's 2 doors down on the right. We do ask you to be considerate and clean up after yourself. Learning objectives. As a result of participating in this class, you'll be able to explain basic Excel terminology. You'll be able to navigate during the class with my guidance and apply your knowledge in a post-test provided. You'll be able to change the ribbon display, and you'll be able to use the quick access toolbar. Operate the Tell Me option, the backstage menu including Save, Print, and Option menus. You'll navigate through ribbon points throughout the lesson to become proficient with the program's common functions, and you'll demonstrate comprehension of components of a cell, row, and column and participate in a short quiz and a hands-on activity at the end of the lesson. Here are a few references I used for this presentation. Excel Basics Interface Terminology, Home Key, Quick Access Toolbar, Tell Me, Microsoft Account, Name Box, Formula Bar, Definitions, Row, Column, Cell, Scroll Bars, Zoom Controls. Sheet definition of views, the ribbon tabs, Home, Insert, Page Layout, Formulas, Data, Review, View, Backstage. It sounds like a lot of information, but we'll be going through the information part by part, and we'll work through this together and make certain everyone comprehends the information. This is what your screen will look like when you open up Excel. Go ahead and click on the icon and click on New Document. I do want to caution you, I need you to make sure you stay with us during the lesson so that we can all move ahead together. Now that you're in your document, you'll see that the Home tab opens by default. I'm going to go through some terminology, and if I could ask for some volunteers to read the definitions as we go through each item, that would be wonderful. And click in each area as we go through them. The Quick Access toolbar lets you access common commands no matter which tab is selected. You can customize the commands depending upon your preference. The ribbon contains all of the commands you will need to perform common tasks in Excel. It has multiple tabs, each with several groups of commands. The Tell Me box works like a search bar to help you quickly find tools or commands you want to use. This is not available in previous versions. Microsoft account. From here, you can access your Microsoft account information, view your profile, and switch accounts. The name box. The name box displays the location or name of a selected cell. In the formula bar, you can enter or edit data, a formula, or a function that will appear in a specific cell. You'll learn more about these in an intermediate class. Each rectangle in a workbook is called a cell. A cell is the intersection of a row and a column. Simply click to select a cell. The green box will be the active cell that you're in. A row is a group of cells that runs from the left of the page to the right. In Excel, rows are identified by numbers, as you see there, 1 through 15. A column is a group of cells that runs from the top of the page to the bottom. In Excel, columns are identified by letters. Here you see A through H. The scroll bars allow you to scroll up and down or side to side. To do this, click and drag the vertical or horizontal scroll bar. Click and drag the slider to use the zoom control. The number to the right of the slider reflects the zoom percentage. Here it's showing at 100%. If we want to increase, we would add plus. If we want to decrease, we would use the minus sign. Excel files are called workbooks. Each workbook holds one or more worksheets. Click the tabs to switch between them, or right-click for more options. There are 3 ways to view a worksheet. Simply click a command to select the desired view. Let's look at the ribbon system. Here we're on the Home tab. There's several options on this tab. This is your main tab by default. You'll be able to cut and paste and merge and highlight things and change colors, all sorts of things. Take a look. Next is the Insert tab, and just as you would suspect, you'll be inserting information. You can put in tables, charts, graphs, pie charts. You can hyperlink to things on the internet, put in symbols, all sorts of things. Take a look. The Change Layout tab allows you to change the theme of your paper, your margins. You can make it larger or smaller. You can change your background, change the height or width of different columns. You can put grid lines or non-grid lines, all sorts of things. Formulas tab is used mostly for intermediate and advanced type of Excel documents. You can add up things, you can use calculations, you can track changes to documents. There's all kinds of useful tools here. The Data tab is especially useful when you have a lot of information you're trying to sort out or filter, or if you're bringing in information from different sources like the web or from other documents, other programs that Microsoft Office has. The Review tab is used for spell check, thesaurus. If you're reviewing someone else's document and you want to make edits to it, or If you want to protect it so no one can make edits to your document, this is where you would come. The View tab is just that. It allows you to look at different views of your paper. You can see where the different page breaks are for printing. You can increase it, you can zoom in, you can open up new windows, all sorts of tools here. The ribbon is designed to respond to your current task, but if you choose, you can minimize it if it takes up too much screen space. Click the Ribbon Display Options arrow in the upper right corner of the ribbon to display the drop-down menu. Click Hide Ribbon, then click Show Tabs. Located just above the ribbon, the Quick Access toolbar lets you access common commands no matter which tab is selected. By default, it includes Save, Undo, and Repeat commands. You can add other commands depending on your preference too. The drop-down menu will show you quite a selection to choose from, and towards the bottom you'll see there's even more commands you can add. Let's select New. The command is now added to the Quick Access toolbar. Makes things go faster. The Tell Me box works like a search bar to help you quickly find tools or commands you want to use. Just type in your own words what you want to do. Here, let's select Insert Column or Bar Chart. The results will give you a few relevant options. To use one, click it like you would a command on the ribbon. Here we have the 2D column, 3D column, 2D bar, or 3D bar, or even more column charts to choose from. As shown previously, there's a variety of viewing options for Excel, especially if you're planning to print a spreadsheet. To change the worksheet views, locate the commands in the bottom right corner of the Excel window and select Normal View, Page Layout View, or Page Break View. Here is a normal view. Next is the Page Layout View, especially good for adding headers and footers. And finally, the Page Break View. This is especially good when you're going to print a document. The blue lines here indicate where the pages end, so you may want to add headers or change the layout view from portrait to landscape. The Backstage view is very similar to Word for those who are familiar with Word documents. It gives you various options for saving, opening a file, printing, and sharing workbooks. Click on the File tab on the ribbon and the Backstage view will appear. The Info area or Information area tells you about your document, whether it's inspected, different versions. Had this been a document that I had saved under the properties, it would tell how large it is. So information like that. So I skipped the New tab because we've already opened a new one. And if we had saved it, then we would go to the Open tab that we have here. This gives you the different options that you can work with a file that has already been saved. The same rules that apply in Word apply here in Excel. When you're saving a document for the first time, you want to save it as something. You want to say where you're saving it and give it a title. From there, you can save it or save it as something else to give it an even different title. To print, again, similar to Word, you want to choose your printer, how many copies, whether or not you want to collate, double-sided papers. Orientation can be portrait or landscape for more information. Choose the size of your paper, etc. To share your workbook or worksheet, you want to invite people using the cloud, or you can email your document as an attachment, but you do have to have your email open. I do caution you of that. You can export your document in a PDF form or change the file type. PDF will not allow the person that's receiving it to make any changes to it. This is the result you get if you click on the Close tab. Here you can see that everything is grayed out. That means it's closed. I can't make any changes or select any of these tabs. Account simply gives you information about your account. Next, click into the Options tab. Let's look briefly at some of these screens. So this first one is the general information. Here you have an option of changing your font and the size and just general things like that. As you can see in the Save tab, Excel automatically recovers information every 10 minutes. However, if you want to change it to every 5 minutes that your information is saved, that is certainly an option. Customize ribbon. This is just another area that you can come to customize your ribbon. It's a matter of preference. Go ahead and take a look through your options. Some people prefer to customize the quick access toolbar through this tab. It's certainly an option. If you want to know more information about Excel's security or policy information's privacy, you come to the Trust Center. Now, if I may ask you to please log out of Excel and do not save any information. Let's take a quiz together as a group. Raise your hand when you know the answer to the questions. True. Middle of the worksheet. True. What do you think? All of the above. D equals column, 4 equals row, and D4 equals cell. Now it's time to reflect on the things that we've learned today. Put on our thinking caps, read through the instructions here, and do our best to complete the assignment. I'll be coming around if you have any questions. Good luck. When you're finished, your screen should look like this. Next, change the ribbon display options back to Show tabs and commands. All done? Everyone did well? Great! Let's have a quick overview. Today we learned terminology, we learned how the structure of the program is set up, we applied the knowledge of common functions to create a worksheet. What a successful day! Feedback. Are there any questions? Any comments? I encourage you to fill out the evaluation form provided. It is optional. However, I would like to thank each of you for coming. There's my email address. I hope you enjoyed this PowerPoint presentation accompanying the hands-on Excel training and assessments. Please visit us again for the next phase of training. Thank you.